everyone, it's Zortrider here and welcome to another week in toys. Now I have received a little parcel here from Amazon US. So a couple of guesses what's inside here. I am going to open it up for you. But before I do, let's have a look at some news this week because we've had a few little announcements and reveals. There's some stock images of Wave 3. Here we have Trailbreaker. And it looks alright, very much the hoist mould with a new head and new paint, but it looks okay. Sunstreaker here looking all hench and buff. I don't mind this design, to be honest. I'm looking forward to having a look at that one. The most exciting one I want from the Wave is Runamuck. I'm really excited to get this guy. And of course we get Fast Track, who can turn into that spear for Scorponok. We also get the Netflix Bumblebee. This is a must-have for me. I'm really excited to get my hands on that, even though it is the Cliff Jumper mould. And the later one, yeah, I'll be picking up this one as well. Really excited to see what she's all about. There's also some repaints here that are just repaints, nothing too exciting here. We're also getting a Cyberverse Skull Crusher, which I believe is the Titan's Return mould, which is quite cool. Apparently there's going to be a Devastator box set for the Studio series for anyone who missed out on that. And some Marvel Legends action. There's going to be a Venom wave with a Build-A-Figure Venom Deadpool. Really cool. And we're also getting a Generation Select Bug Bite. Now this is the Bumblebee head on the Cliff Jumper body. As you can see, it hasn't got the Beetle Alt mode. I think this might be a repaint too far for me. Will have 3 versions of this mould by the time this comes out, so it might be a no from me for that one. The one I'm really excited about is Generation 2 Megatron. This mould was one I was going to leave, to be honest, because I've got the Netflix version of Megs, and the mainline version in the grey isn't really an upgrade from that. But now it's in the G2 colours, I'm all over it. I love my G2. It's absolutely my jam. It floats my boat. And I will be buying this, and I think it will look lovely alongside the G2 Sideswipe I've picked up, Rotorstorm, and any other G2 figures that they decide to release. Let's hope this is the first of many, many more to come. So some cool stuff there, but let's see what cool stuff is inside here. This is a bit of a funny one really, because I was expecting this on the 28th. Some people in the community started to get theirs earlier this week. And mine still hadn't been shipped up until Monday when I had the shipping notification, and it's got from the US in like less than 2 days, which is mental, absolutely mental. I just hope it's the right thing and it's not a bloody Ghostbusters My Little Pony. It's not. So the good thing is I haven't had the item shipped with just the shipping label on there, so it might be because mine's come international. I'm not sure. Box is a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. I don't know why. I think this ended up being about 68 quid or something like that, with all like import fees and everything like that, which when you think about it, what, 34 quid for a Voyager, it ain't too bad. I am going to quickly open this up now because some people have been having issues with missing parts on their nose cones, and I just want to make sure that I'm not one of them people, so I'll be a little bit upset if I am. Right, so I'm not going to get them out. We have one nose cone, we have 2 nose cones, so thank goodness that these are actually complete in there. So there we are, we have Dirge and Ramjet, and as you can see, the canopies, not the nose cone, sorry, the canopies are intact. I believe it was Queen Stodge, Jess on Twitter, who received Ramjet without the canopy part, which is a shame. But these things are absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Really, really happy to have them. They are a little bit gappy in places, but isn't it nice to have some decent sized cone heads? I mean, that's immense. Absolutely immense. Looking forward to having a proper look at those. We've got some instructions in here. We've got a random piece of card that I don't think actually has got anything to decode on. What else we got in here? Some random stuff. Yeah, so this is cool. I mean, we're still waiting to see the official picture of Thrust. Thrust is the only one that I really one now, because he's one of the original 3 cone heads, and out of the original 6 Seekers now. I think I'm done. You know, this is the amazing thing about this line, is that I think these representations of these characters will do me. I can't see me rushing out to buy another version of Ramjet or Dirge or Thrust, or even Thundercracker and Skywarp. I think this is it. I think this is my tick in the box. I have G1 accurate Coneheads and Seekers. Bit of a weird feeling, really. But these are, look, absolutely awesome. Let me know if you've received yours and if you've had any problems with them, let me know. One thing I will say, if you have got a problem with them, Hasbro UK are pretty good. I had a few problems with my Optimus Prime, and they actually sent me another one free of charge. So if you do have any problems, think about contacting them, because they're actually really quite good. Isn't it funny that you can go like a week or so without any parcels coming through, and then 2 come along at once? But this is one that I didn't pre-order. This is the one I only ordered on Saturday. And this, essentially, is my TFN 2020 haul right in this box. So I know there was a store for Toy-Fu, and I'm sure they made a load of money, made a good few sales on there, but there was nothing on there for me. And I noticed this item when Kapow put their link on there saying they had a little bit of a sale on there for Transformers products. I held out to the Sunday just in case there was another item added on there, because they did say they were going to add some other items on there. There was nothing. And this has been substantially reduced in price. I think originally it was around the £40-45 mark. It might have even been around the 50 mark. But this was reduced down to like 22-23 quid. And for the price, I thought, you know what, I'm going to pull the trigger on it. It is the Autobot Alpha Strike Counterforce team, which is a bit of a gobful, but essentially it is repaints of Sideswiper into his G2 colours, Skytread or Flywheels into Slamdance, the Autobot cassette, and we also get Trenchfoot, who's a cool looking Target Master actually. I forgot they actually had a Target Master in this set, to be honest. Why did I buy this? Well, I'll be honest, it's G2. G2 is absolutely a phase in Transformers that I love. And it's a phase in Transformers where I have the most vivid memories of actually picking up toys in shops and going hunting for stuff and everything like that. Like the G2 Superior, like the Dinobots, all of that stuff. And I still remember the day when I picked up my G2 version of him. I'm sure it was from Tamworth. I think it was Tamworth. But yeah, I can remember what the shop was like and everything, and I picked up him, and it's amazing. And to get a representation of that is really cool. But what we're starting to see now is more and more G2 like figures being announced. Rotorstorm is coming out, which is great. I've paid my my balance on that, so that should be with us soon. And they're also doing that G2 Megatron, which has been leaked. Yeah, so G2 is making a little bit of a comeback, and to me I think this was a better pickup than the Tiger Tracks. I'll have 3 versions of this mould now, and I think that's probably enough. But Slamdan should be quite cool as well. I know there's some issues with his ankle rockers, so yeah. Advertising the Phantom Strike Squad, I would have loved to pick up one of those. I know that Takara are doing a version. Anyway, so I picked up this guy today. And not to forget the wonderful Conehead 2-pack. So 4, well, technically 5 Transformers added to the collection today. Not a bad Wednesday, is it that? Look at these wonderful figures. I had to show it you. I've been mucking about with these, and they are absolutely incredible. I prefer these two to Thundercracker and Skywarp. They're wicked, they're really cool. There's little things I've changed on them aesthetically, like for example I'd like these to be straight rather than bent inwards. But all in all, I absolutely love them. Now, I need a word of warning for people. When you take these, I saw a report online that basically people are saying the stress marks appearing around here. And I have one of those on Ramjet. Let me have a look, where is it? think it's right about there. You can't really see it, but there's a little bit of a white stress mark. That is not Hasbro's fault. That is the way that you are taking it out of the packaging. How these are held into plastic clamshell is they're really tight around the top. And what I did, I pulled the bottom and I bent it slightly, which caused the stress. So my view is to take them out really carefully. Don't force them out the clamshell, because that's what causes the stress on the Norways, not a QC issue as such. So it's just a little bit of a warning about that. But I think these look great in Alt mode. I've had a little bit of a play about with them. Dirge is probably my favourite Conehead Seeker. Ramjet always my least favourite, simply because I only had the G2 one when I was a kid. Speaking of G2, I'd love a redeco of this in the G2 colours. I forgot to tell you about this. In a charity shop, I found an animated, is it Long Arm or Shockwave? You know, his head gimmick thing that turns his from an Autobot to a Decepticon. You kind of get what I mean. But yeah, I found him. Pretty good deal for 50 pence. You would think, well, actually not quite, because he's missing a leg. But never mind, for 50p I couldn't leave him behind, could I? So today is Thursday, the 20th of August. Where has the bloody year gone? I don't know. I've received another parcel today. I'm expecting 3 things. 2 of them are pre-orders from In-Demand Toys, and one of them is a purchase from Twitter from a lad who I know, Alec. He was selling a figure that I wanted, so I just decided, you know what, I'm going to get it. And I think this parcel, this one here, is the one from Alec, I think. Let's open it up and have a look. And I am right, it is the one from Alec. It is my 3rd figure from this line, and it is G.I. Joe Scarlet. This was one of the figures that I did want to pick up, but I'm kind of taking it easy on this line. I think they're great. I really, really like them. But I don't want to go all in on them. I'm happy to pick them up as and when the ones come up at decent prices. And he was selling this for 15 quid posted, and I'm not going to get it any cheaper than that. Still sealed. Really, really cool little figure. I think that just leaves me needing Snake Eyes and Roadblock from Wave 1. As I say, I might hang around. I have got Snake Eyes on pre-order from Forbidden Planet, but they haven't pulled through yet. So I doubt if I'll even get one from there. But as I say, have a look around, shop online, see if there's any in person, and fingers crossed I'll be able to pick up a few more from this line, because they are really, really cool. Some amazing artwork there, and on the side. What a cool line. So yeah, cheers Alec. I've now added myself my first female Joe to the collection. And for the record, head swaps with Marvel Legends really, really work with this figure. So today is Friday the 21st of August, and I've received another parcel. This one is a pre-order from In-Demand Toys. It's a bit rattly. I've got 2 things actually posted out to them. 2 of my pre-orders have been sent. So I think I know which one this is. Both of them are Transformers related. And this one, I think it was an exclusive just to In-Demand Toys. And I paid for it over a week ago now, but I know they're having a load of... Well, they've got a load of stuff to send, and they've got holidays and everything like that. So we have a flyer from In-Demand Toys. There you are, check them out. And we also have this. I'm not going to look at the name. I am going to look at the name. I've read it now. Oh, well, it's ruined that, hasn't it? There you go. This is the Deluxe Centurion Drone. Now, let me open this up. I'm going to show it to you first so you can see it. So this is a figure that comes with a brunt retool or repaint, and it also comes with a weapons pack, a shed load of weapons for my Siege and Air Force figures. Now, have a look at the Centurion Drone. I believe this design is out of IDW, because when I think of a Centurion Drone, I think of the green, almost Mysterio-looking robots from the G1 cartoon, because I was born in the 80s. Which would have been nice to have that as a toy, but nevertheless, I mean, this one looks quite cool. Yeah, it looks quite nice in this silvery plastic. It is two-tone. Yeah, it's okay. His arms are a little bit loose, already a bit of mould degradation there. But all in all, he looks okay. He's not too bad. To be honest with you though, that's not the reason why I bought this pack. The reason why I bought this pack is this little box of weapons. So I'm going to open this up now and we'll see what's inside. A big baggie of weapons. So we can see, I'll open this up. Looking forward to getting some of these. The biggest one in here is a cage for Ravage, like in the Arrivals from Cybertron episodes. We have a glorious mace for Megatron. We have a couple of Energon cubes, which is always nice. We have a little bitty roller, which is awesome. Randomly grey plastic painted blue. Odd decision there. I believe this is a radio dish for Trailbreaker, who isn't actually out yet. We have a alt mode Shockwave, not painted, but nevertheless still quite cool to have a Shockwave in his alt mode. We have Sideswipe's jetpack. We have Optimus Prime's beautifully sculpted gun, which is far too big, to be honest. This is actually grey plastic painted black, believe it or not. Don't know why they just didn't go down the route of casting it in black plastic, but never mind. But yeah, that's a cool sculpt. It might be a bit too big, as I say, in my eyes. We've got a drill for Ironhide. We have a little bitty Soundwave, which is cool in cassette mode. We have a reflector in alt mode. We have an axe for Optimus. Mine's got a little bit of flashing on it. Or is it just a mark? That's a little bit of flashing, but it's cool, it's fine. A few more bits now. We have... Oh, I don't know whose this gun is. Any idea whose gun this is? Let me know in the comments. Cool to have another weapon anyway. We have... This is Bumblebee's blaster. In fact, I think that gun might be Cliff Jumpers. It might be Cliff Jumpers. And then we have a Megs in 2 parts, which is pretty cool. Let's get it in there. There we are. That's awesome. So I'm going to get my Starscream holding him. And then, not to be missed, is a tiny, and I mean really tiny, Optimus Prime. And this is basically to go with the Unicron set. I mean, just for scale, here's Centurion drone. It's tiny. It's absolutely tiny. But yeah, so there's some really cool stuff in there. That's really why I wanted this pack. I basically paid 30 quid for a bag of weapons I should have got with the main toys, but let's not worry about that. It's cool to see, and I think it's a good idea from Hasbro. And to tag it along with another weaponizer, I mean, I'm enjoying these. I've only got one of the brunt mould, and as I say, his arms are a little bit loose, but I can live with that. So there you go. That's what I've picked up today. I'm still awaiting one pre-order, which I'm looking forward to getting my hands on. But yeah, I think it's a really cool set. I'm happy to have it. I think it's sold out everywhere now. I'm sure it was an in-demand Toys exclusive. I'm sure it was. But there you go. That was more of a review than anything else. But at least you got to see the pretty cool set of what I've picked up today. So I thought I'd show you a couple of these accessories attached on the figures. So we've got Sideswipe's backpack there, which is crying out for a bit of paint. Pretty cool, nevertheless. Megs. This mace weapon is really cool, but it's really tight in his hand, and I really don't want to break the peg. I've finally taken my Ravage out of Soundwave's chest, and he's now going to live in this little cage. I know I just watched Things on Plastic review of this set, and he actually broke the tabs on this, and I should really tell you that it is clear plastic that's been painted black. Some really odd choices of materials and paint and all that in this set. But a little Ravage there looks quite cool. I'm going to stand him next to Hound. We've got Starscream here holding Megatron, which is where it will stay. And we also have here Optimus with that massive blast. And it does work for him. It's a little bit big, but I think it works. And of course his Energon axe. Now, I know some people have been saying that this is grey plastic painted black, which again is an odd choice. Why not just use black plastic? And people have been saying they have to stand off stuff to put in his hand. I've noticed, well, obviously, this Prime's hands move, so that helps with fitting it in there. But it is tight on all other figures when I try and put it in. But this Prime is perfectly fine on mine, so I'm quite happy with that. And yeah, just for comparison, I've got Prime's gun that came with him plugged into roller, so you can see the difference in that size. But yeah, it's pretty cool, and I'm happy to have this set. It is a little bit overpriced, I'd say, and I'm toying with the idea of actually putting a bit of paint on some of this stuff. But we'll see. Time will tell. I see how bored I get and if I've got the right colours in. I know I've got some red spray paint in the shed, so I could just literally tape off this section and give that a quick spray. But in a way, I don't want to, because it kind of, I suppose, devalues the wrong word, but I don't know, it just feels a bit wrong painting them. But yeah, we'll see. I'm not going to sell this set. It's just going to be, they're just going to be held by my Transformers. But yeah, it's a bit of an odd feeling. I don't know how I feel about customising that stuff. Never mind anyway. Another little sneaky reveal, well, leak more than reveal, is that we have a G2 inspired Generations Sandstorm. Now, this isn't the Sandstorm we know and love from G1, who's a triple changer. This was an unproduced Generation 2 Seeker, which is meant to be in like sand colours and all that. And it seems like we're going to be getting a version of him in the Selects range, which is really cool. As I said earlier on in the video, I'm all about more G2. Give us some G2. And I really wanted our Ramjet, and probably that's going to be on the way now. Maybe even a Starscream as well. I'll be all over that, because I think we do need more G2. Probably this isn't enough for a Hypocrites video on its own, but already on social media I see people slating this, going, oh, we haven't had a Slipstream, we haven't had Nice Owl, we haven't had all of these ones. Well, we've never had a version of this toy full stop. Whereas we've had versions of Slipstream, I think we've had one this year in Cyberverse. And these are the same people who are whinging on, going, we have the same characters over again. You just can't win with some people, unfortunately. But this is the first time we will have this character released in the mainline, which is absolutely amazing. And I'm in for it. I'll buy it, I'll pre-order it, take my money right now. So anyway, that has been another week in toys. We're kind of back in our routine now, and I think I'm going to leave it there for this week. There is one more toy that I've got on the way. It's payday next Friday, so I might go and do something next weekend. I go on a bit of a hunt, but we will see. But until next time, I've been Zortride. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you've enjoyed another week in toys. Until next time, catch you again soon.